Yo, 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 greetings, goddesses and gods of all that is. I wanted to say one of the ways that you know that you're kind of like a wise person or something like wise this is a technique, is because we all do it, is when somebody comes to us and says something that, goes against our beliefs or how we see things. And sometimes we go, we'll be like, no, it ain't. That does not mean that. That's not what that means. I've catch myself doing it all the time, and I get into like simple arguments with people. But I realize is that's how family was growing up. Sitting around, everyone's arguing about shit. So the simple way, a real enlightened person knows that that shit's not real anyway. That shit's a collective, made up garbage. So what happens is what we do is, when someone comes to you and says, did you know that blah, 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 and you want to say, no, it does not fucking mean that shit, bro, knock it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to say. Like, no, that doesn't mean that what it said. No, I disagree with you. Disagree. See, that's what causes the divide and conquer, when you disagree with someone. So the simple thing, you just smile and go, yeah, wow. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And people are amazed because, and once you start like talking, like uplifting them in a way, now you're like, wow. Now it gives them thinking, like, wait a minute, maybe that's not true. But anyway, that was just a thought. So I'm gonna break out of here. I'll see you guys soon. Who knows what that'll lead to, because I know in this type of world, especially when you know everything, but you don't. That's, again, we go back to there. You know it all, but we don't. So, damn. And that's how, just smile and reject it. If you really want to get deep on it, if this person is trying to enlighten oneself, then you say, that's not what I call it. That's not the way I was taught. Okay, and then that starts a whole different perception and outlook of what you just said. So now you don't look like some bully saying, no, it doesn't. Now you're like, that's not the way I was taught. That's the way the English say it. How do you say it? See, that'll throw somebody off. You'll be like, what do you mean, the English? Well, this is the English way. If you really look at, let's literally look at the word that you're using, and whatever the word, and then again, this is the whole trick on words, is we can manipulate words very easy, and this is the magic, manipulating your world, your fucking reality around you. Manipulate it, call it other shit, call yourself something different. Think about it. That's why I was using D all these years, and that's why my grandparents called me Denny, and that's why the Reiki people call me Denny, and it just, it's all different names and shit. We're manipulating reality, we're creating reality, and when you don't realize you're doing it until only in the hindsight, like years down the road, a year or two down the road, depending on how fast. Depending on how fast that you're, manifesting or manipulating. So, but that's the squirrel's eating pumpkin. Good for him, fucker. Anyway, just manipulate your words. Manipulating words. It's basically magic. So, because really, like, again, words are spells. Listen to that. Really, people don't listen. Listen to what it said. Listen, say it, and listen. Words are spells. That's why we say words. That's why mindful people are careful what they say. If you really listen to an enlightened person, a real spiritual person is mindful how they speak, and they won't. That's how you create reality. You'll see it's some sort of aggressive type nature, and they just believe that it's just, no, it's just not aggressive. That's just what it is. That's that. It's not me. Once you decipher, once you divide and conquer that, inside of you than like anything that's just you manipulate it. And that's the whole key, is why we're even here, is to manipulate energy. Your words are very powerful. Words can do a lot of stuff. And depending on the artist, depending on the communicator, on who's communicating the words. Again, a teacher has secrets hidden in their craft. So this is a technique. This is all techniques. And by techniques, I don't mean techniques, I should say lifestyle. Because you really think about a technique as a practice, but so is life. We walk the journey of the streets of the fucking ghetto, of the rich, or whatever the fucking case is, the corporate world or whatever it is, and you see that shit, and it's all for us to say, no, that's not what it is. That's fake. This represents, human trafficking. This represents, anti-gay or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? This represents, humiliation of women. You can go on, and demeanor of society, demeanor of poverty people, demeanor of specific people like African Americans specifically. Now we have the Latinos here getting the bad rep and shit, and all this shit going on. Like, it's not what it is. It's not what it is. They're trying to better themselves. You see, it's the environment that creates that shit. It's the environment that portrays that. It's the environment that glamorizes shit. It's the demeaning of it's the demonizing of our English language. You see, and nobody was around. Nobody went to school. Nope, nobody cared. I was trying to help myself. See, that's the way the parents was. They're trying to help themselves. That's the way their parents were, and that's the way their parents were. So like, it's a ripple. Again, how can I help? And when you say that kind of shit, you have to. That's something you gotta be ritualistic about. Just keep saying, how can I help? How can I help? And don't worry about how. Just do. And that's the trick. If you just say, how can I help, and don't worry about it, you're already doing it. Don't listen to that. Just listen to that. Say it out loud. How can I help? And don't worry about it. So, do this. Before you eat, how can I help? And eat your meal. Now you've just helped yourself. And keep this a practice. How can I help? Looking in the mirror, oh shit, how can I help? You're helping yourself. There's the whole key, is to help yourself out of whatever the fuck it is that's keeping you down. Whether it's something that happened, whether we got yelled at, whether it was an argument, whatever the case may be. You want to, how can I help? And then it requires you to travel through time, to go back to the past, help something in that timeline there, to actually help it energetically. When you help this shit energetically, it like manipulates the now and the future. So we really do travel back, because this is how you retrieve soul. When you retrieve the soul, you go back and grab it. So not only are you changing that time, so that timeline change effect will ripple to now. Because now it should be like, boom. Fuck yeah, man. I got my soul back. I'm ready to roll. The warrior inside you just woke up. So now the intent is now already changed for the future, because look at your next moment. Your next moment is helping you out already. This is how you get out of anything. This is the secret. Getting out of it. Getting out. Alright, so we gotta talk more about that. I got to document more about that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you. First of all, welcome to all the news. I keep forgetting to do this shit. Welcome to all. This is what paranoia people do, right? Creating a type of system to get through life. But anyway, thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for everyone that calls me and emails and everything. We get to the any questions. You always ask questions. Always question everything. So anyway, be fucking real. Be magical. Be unique. Be inspiring. And even though it's raining out below, is the sun's shining. I love you guys, because that's how the roots grow. There's light down there. Think about that. I love you guys. Follow the unicorn.